Welcome, beautiful soul. I'm so glad our energies have aligned today on this sacred journey. There are no accidents in this universe. Your presence here is divinely orchestrated. The angels have guided you to this message because your heart is ready to receive this truth. This is a moment of divine intervention in your life. Take a deep breath. Feel the peace washing over you. The celestial realm has been watching your journey, witnessing your tears, your prayers, your silent longings. Today I bring you a message that many have been waiting to hear. Your soulmate connection is preparing for a profound reunion. Type "open" in the comments if you're ready to receive this divine wisdom. Your soulmate, that person whose energy intertwines with yours across dimensions, has been on their own journey of awakening. The separation you've experienced was never meant to be permanent. It was a sacred passage of growth, a necessary chapter in your soul's evolution. The angels have shown me that this person is experiencing a profound spiritual awakening. They're seeing everything with new eyes, eyes filled with the weight of realization, with the heaviness of understanding what they've lost. The universe operates through divine timing. Not a moment too soon, not a second too late. Everything unfolds precisely when it should. Your patience through this waiting period has been noted by the heavenly guides watching over you. They've seen how you've maintained faith even when darkness seemed to surround you. Type "trust" in the comments to affirm your commitment to divine timing. I'm seeing images of transformation, of metamorphosis. Your person has been going through intense inner work. The angels show me that they've been confronting their shadows, those parts of themselves they've tried to hide or deny. This awakening hasn't been gentle. It's been a spiritual earthquake shaking them to their core. They're finally understanding the depth of the connection they shared with you. They're finally recognizing the rare and precious bond they walked away from. The heavenly realm reveals that your person has been experiencing synchronicities that remind them of you. Perhaps they hear your favorite song on the radio. Maybe they keep seeing your name. They might even dream of you. These aren't coincidences. They're divine breadcrumbs leading them back to the truth of your connection. The universe is constantly communicating, speaking through symbols and signs. Your person now carries regret in their heart. Not a small regret, but a profound, soul-deep understanding of what was lost. The angels show me that they've been reflecting on the ways they took your love for granted, the ways they failed to honor the divine gift that was your heart. This isn't about making you feel vindicated. The spiritual realm doesn't operate on human concepts of winning or losing. This is about souls returning to their aligned path. Type "healing" in the comments if you're allowing your heart to process these words. The celestial guides want you to know that during this separation, a beautiful transformation has been occurring within you as well. You've been shedding old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. You've been learning to love yourself with the same devotion you offered to others. This growth was necessary. It's preparing you for the reunion that's approaching. The angels celebrate how far you've come on this journey of self-discovery. This separation has been a sacred initiation for both souls. Think of it as a cosmic dance, moving apart only to come together again with greater awareness, greater appreciation, greater capacity for authentic love. Every tear you've shed has watered the garden of your spirit. Every moment of loneliness has carved space for a deeper connection to emerge. I'm being shown images of a bridge being rebuilt. What was once broken is being restored, but with stronger materials this time. The foundation of your connection is being reinforced with wisdom gained through separation, with understanding cultivated through reflection. Your soulmate is coming back with eyes that truly see you now. Eyes that recognize your worth, your light, your magnificence. The angelic realm wants you to understand that this reconciliation isn't about returning to what was. It's about creating something entirely new from the ashes of what came before. The old relationship needed to die so that something more aligned, more authentic could be born. This is resurrection energy, the phoenix rising from the flames. Type rebirth if you're ready to embrace this new chapter. Your soulmate's awakening hasn't been comfortable. The angels show me that they've been experiencing what mystics call the dark night of the soul, that profound spiritual crisis that strips away everything false, everything inauthentic. They've been confronting their own wounds, their own traumas, their own patterns of self-sabotage. This inner work has been necessary to prepare them for reunion. The divine timing of this reconnection is perfect. Not a day too early, not a moment too late. Had they returned before completing this inner work, the same patterns would have emerged. The same wounds would have been triggered. The same dynamics would have played out. But now, transformation has occurred. Consciousness has expanded. Awareness has deepened. I'm seeing images of your person sitting alone, head in hands, truly understanding the depth of what was lost. This isn't about punishment. The spiritual realm doesn't operate through punishment. This is about awakening, about eyes being open to truth. They're seeing how their fears prevented them from fully showing up in love. They're understanding how their wounds caused them to push away the very connection their soul was longing for. The angels want you to know that this reunion will arrive with divine, perfect timing. There's nothing you need to force, nothing you need to manipulate, nothing you need to control. Your task now is to continue focusing on your own healing, your own growth, your own spiritual expansion. As you elevate your vibration, you create the energetic conditions for this reunion to unfold naturally. Type surrender in the comments if you're releasing the need to control this process. Your soulmate is coming back having learned profound lessons about love, about commitment, about spiritual connection. The regret in their eyes isn't just about losing you. It's about the recognition of how they betrayed their own souls knowing. They're carrying the weight of understanding how fear caused them to sabotage a divine connection. This separation has been a sacred teacher for both souls. For them, it's taught lessons about taking love for granted, about the consequences of emotional unavailability, about the pain of disconnecting from soul truth. For you, it's taught lessons about self-worth, about establishing boundaries, about honoring your own divine light regardless of external validation. The angels are showing me that during this separation, your person has been comparing every connection to what they shared with you. They've been encountering pale imitations of the depth you offered. These experiences have only illuminated the rareness of your bond, the uniqueness of your connection. They now understand that what you shared wasn't ordinary human love. It was a sacred soul recognition. Your task now is to continue honoring your worth. Continue expanding into the fullness of who you are. Continue nurturing self-love as the foundation of all other love. When reunion occurs, it must be between two whole beings choosing each other consciously, not between two fractured halves desperately seeking completion. Type wholeness if you're committed to being complete within yourself. The celestial realm shows me that your person has been receiving dreams and visions about you. Their higher self has been communicating with them during dream states, showing them glimpses of what could be if they find the courage to return to love. These aren't ordinary dreams. They're divine communications, soul-level guidance urging them back toward their authentic path. This reunion will arrive with perfect timing, not according to human schedules or human impatience, but according to the divine orchestration of souls. Trust the process, trust the unfolding, trust that what belongs to you cannot miss you. The universe is always working to bring souls back into alignment, to restore what was always meant to be. I'm seeing images of a door slowly opening between your worlds. What was closed is beginning to open. What was distant is drawing near. The angels are actively working to clear the pathways between you, to remove the energetic obstacles that have kept you separated. This is divine intervention at work. Your person is carrying not just regret, but a new vision. A vision of what could be possible with the wisdom they've gained, with the growth they've experienced. They're seeing the potential for a love that's deeper, more authentic, more aligned than what came before. This isn't about recreating the past. It's about building something entirely new on a foundation of truth. Type vision if you're allowing yourself to see new possibilities. The celestial guides want you to know that this period of waiting hasn't been in vain. It's been a sacred cocoon, a chrysalis where profound transformation has been occurring. Just as the caterpillar must completely dissolve before emerging as the butterfly, your connection needed to dissolve so that something more beautiful, more aligned could emerge. Your soulmate is returning with a profound understanding of the sacred nature of your bond. They now recognize that what you share isn't ordinary human connection. It's a divine contract, a soul agreement made before either of you took human form. They're awakening to the spiritual dimensions of love that transcend the physical, that transcend the mundane concerns that once seemed so important. I'm being shown images of your person engaged in deep reflection, perhaps journaling, perhaps in meditation, perhaps in prayer. They're actively doing the inner work necessary to become worthy of the connection you share. This isn't casual regret. This is profound, life-altering recognition of truth. They're dismantling old patterns, confronting limiting beliefs, healing ancestral wounds that prevented them from fully showing up in love. The angels want you to know that this reunion will arrive not through force, but through alignment. Not through manipulation, but through magnetism. As both of you continue your individual healing journeys, you naturally draw closer together. Two beings vibrating at higher frequencies naturally recognize each other in a world of lower vibrations. Type align in the comments to affirm your commitment to vibrational alignment. Your soulmate is coming back with a humility they perhaps didn't possess before. The spiritual awakening they've experienced has stripped away ego, has dissolved pride, has transmuted arrogance into humility. They're approaching with open hands, with an open heart, with none of the defenses that once kept authentic connection at bay. This separation has been a powerful teacher of appreciation. Sometimes we must lose something to truly understand its value. Sometimes we must experience the void left by someone's absence to fully comprehend the light they brought into our life. Your person has been dwelling in that void, feeling the emptiness where your energy once filled their world. I'm seeing images of reconciliation, of healing conversations, of truth finally being spoken between souls. The angels are creating sacred space for this reunion to unfold with grace, with honesty, with vulnerability. They're holding both of you in divine light as this new chapter begins to write itself. Your task now is to maintain the boundaries you've established during this separation. Your growth during this time hasn't been for nothing. It's been preparing you to show up differently in relationship. You're no longer the person who accepts crumbs, who diminishes your light, who compromises your truth for connection. You've learned to honor yourself as the divine being you are. Type honored if you're committed to maintaining your sacred boundaries. The celestial realm wants you to know that your prayers have been heard, your tears have been witnessed, your longings have been acknowledged. The divine forces have been working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, creating opportunities, clearing pathways for this reunion to occur at the perfect moment. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been in vain. Your soulmate is returning with new eyes, eyes that can truly see you now, eyes that recognize your divine nature, eyes that appreciate the gift of your presence. The veil of illusion has been lifted, allowing them to perceive the truth that was always there. This awakening didn't happen overnight. It's been a gradual dawning, a slow breaking light illuminating what was hidden in darkness. I'm being shown images of your person engaged in serious inner work, perhaps therapy, perhaps spiritual practice, perhaps deep self-reflection. They're not approaching this reunion lightly or carelessly. They understand that to create something different, they must become something different. They're actively transforming from within. The angels want you to know that this reconciliation isn't guaranteed. Free will always plays a role in human experience. But the potential is there, the pathway is being cleared, the opportunity is being created. How it unfolds depends on choices made, on courage summoned, on truth embraced by both souls. Type choice in the comments to acknowledge your free will in this dance. Your person is coming back with a profound understanding of their own patterns, their own wounds, their own triggers that cause them to sabotage connection. This self-awareness is crucial. Without it, the same dynamics would simply repeat. But consciousness has expanded. Awareness has deepened. They're no longer operating from unconscious programming, but from conscious choice. This separation has been a powerful catalyst for spiritual growth for both souls. Sometimes connections need space to breathe, need distance to gain perspective, need separation to appreciate what was shared. The universe in its wisdom knew that this time apart was necessary for the evolution of both beings. I'm seeing images of divine timing at work, celestial gears turning, cosmic forces aligning, universal energies conspiring to bring souls back into harmony. This isn't random chance, it's sacred orchestration. Trust the timing of your life. Trust that what's meant for you will not miss you. Trust that the universe is always working for your highest good. Your soulmate is carrying not just regret but reverence, a sacred respect for the connection they once took for granted. They're approaching with the humility of someone who has been humbled by life, who has been brought to their knees by truth, who has been awakened through loss. This isn't about ego, it's about soul recognition. Type reverence if you're honoring the sacred nature of soul connections. The angels want you to know that during this time of separation, you've been surrounded by divine protection. Your heart has been held in sacred hands. Your tears have been collected in celestial vessels. Nothing you've experienced has been without purpose, without meaning, without value for your soul's evolution. Your person has been experiencing what spiritual teachers call the dark night of the soul. That profound crisis of meaning that strips away everything false, everything superficial, everything inauthentic. Through this process, they've been forced to confront the ways they betrayed not just you, but their own truth. This confrontation hasn't been gentle. It's been a spiritual reckoning. I'm seeing images of your soulmate being guided back to you through a series of synchronicities, through a chain of seemingly random events that are actually divinely orchestrated. The universe speaks in patterns, in symbols, in meaningful coincidences. These divine breadcrumbs are leading them back to the truth of your connection. This reunion will not look like the relationship you had before. That connection needed to die so that something more authentic could be born. This is resurrection energy, the phoenix rising from the ashes of what was destroyed. What emerges will be more beautiful, more aligned, more truthful than what came before. Type transform in the comments if you're ready for this new expression of your connection. Your soulmate is returning with a deep understanding of the spiritual dimensions of love. They now recognize that what you share isn't just emotional or physical attraction, it's a soul contract, a divine agreement, a sacred bond that transcends the limitations of human perspective. This awakening to the spiritual nature of your connection has been humbling. The celestial realm wants you to know that you're being prepared for this reunion through your own spiritual evolution. Every meditation practice, every healing session, every moment of self-reflection is aligning you with higher frequencies of love. You're no longer the person they left. You've expanded, evolved, elevated your consciousness. I'm seeing images of your person actively clearing karmic patterns that have interfered with authentic connection. They're doing the deep inner work necessary to show up differently, not just with you, but in all relationships. This isn't superficial change. It's fundamental transformation at the level of the soul. This separation has served as a powerful mirror, reflecting back to both souls the patterns, wounds, and beliefs that needed healing. For your person, it's reflected back their fear of intimacy, their patterns of avoidance, their tendency to sabotage connection when it becomes too real. They're now facing these reflections with courage, with honesty, with commitment to growth. Type mirror if you're acknowledging the reflective nature of relationships. Your soulmate is returning with a profound respect for boundaries, both yours and their own. They've learned through this separation the importance of healthy boundaries, of clear communication, of honored limits. This understanding will create the foundation for a more balanced, more respectful connection than what existed before. The angels want you to know that this reunion isn't about completing you. You are already whole, already complete, already divine in your essence. This connection isn't about filling emptiness, but about celebrating fullness. Two complete beings choosing to create something greater than the sum of their parts. I'm being shown images of your person engaged in serious life evaluation, reassessing priorities, reconsidering values, reimagining what truly matters. Through this process, they've recognized the true value of connection, of authentic love, of soul recognition in a world of superficial encounters. What they shared with you stands in stark contrast to everything else they've experienced. This separation has been a sacred teacher of patience, that divine quality that trusts in perfect timing, that surrenders to divine orchestration, that releases the need to control outcomes. Both souls have been learning to trust the unfolding, to honor the process, to recognize that true connection cannot be forced or manipulated. Type patience in the comments if you're surrendering to divine timing. Your soulmate is returning with a new capacity for vulnerability, that courage to be seen in both strength and weakness, in both light and shadow. The defenses that once prevented authentic connection have been dismantled through the painful but necessary process of awakening. They're approaching with an open heart, with lowered shields, with the courage to be truly seen. The celestial realm wants you to know that this reconnection will serve a higher purpose beyond personal fulfillment. Your union has the potential to create ripples of healing, of inspiration, of divine love that extend far beyond your immediate experience. The angels see the potential impact of your aligned connection on the collective consciousness. I'm seeing images of your person actively working to heal ancestral patterns that have sabotaged love across generations. They're breaking chains that have bound their lineage, dismantling walls that have prevented authentic connection, healing wounds that have been passed down through blood and bone. This work isn't just for them. It's for all who came before and all who will come after. This separation has been a powerful teacher of discernment, that divine quality that distinguishes truth from illusion, authentic connection from attachment, love from dependency. Both souls have been developing this spiritual muscle, learning to perceive what's real beneath the surface of appearance. Type discern if you're honoring your ability to perceive truth. Your soulmate is returning with a profound understanding of commitment, not as obligation, but as sacred choice renewed each day. They've learned through this separation that true commitment isn't rigid or static, but a living, breathing devotion that requires presence, intention, and consistent action. This understanding will create a more solid foundation than existed before. The angels want you to know that during this time apart, both souls have been releasing karmic patterns that once created discord. Old debts are being settled, old wounds are being healed, old contracts are being completed. This clearing of karmic entanglements is necessary for a higher expression of your connection to emerge. I'm being shown images of your person engaged in deep spiritual contemplation about the nature of love itself. They're recognizing that authentic love isn't possession or control, but freedom. The freedom to be fully yourself, to express your truth, to evolve at your own pace, while being fully supported in that evolution. This separation has been teaching both souls about the difference between attachment and love. Attachment clings, demands, expects. Love releases, accepts, allows. Through the pain of separation, both of you have been learning to love without attachment, to care without control, to hold sacred space without demands. Type release in the comments if you're learning to love without attachment. Your soulmate is returning with a new understanding of partnership, not as two halves seeking wholeness, but as two wholes creating something greater together. They now recognize that authentic relationship isn't about completing each other, but about complementing each other, about creating harmony through the unique gifts each soul brings to the table. The celestial realm wants you to know that this reconnection will arrive with divine perfect timing, not a moment too soon, not a second too late. The universe operates through sacred timing, through divine orchestration, through perfect unfolding. Trust the process, trust the journey, trust that what's meant for you cannot miss you. I'm seeing images of your person actively clearing energetic cords and attachments that have kept them bound to lower vibrations, to past traumas, to limiting beliefs about love. This energetic hygiene is creating space for a higher expression of connection to emerge between you. They're literally making room for the sacred by releasing what's profane. This separation has been a powerful catalyst for spiritual autonomy. That divine quality of being complete within yourself, of finding your center regardless of external circumstances, of knowing your worth beyond any reflection from another. Both souls have been developing this spiritual strength during your time apart. Type complete if you're honoring your wholeness beyond relationship. Your soulmate is returning with eyes that have been washed clean by tears of realization, by the waters of awakening, by the cleansing flow of truth. These eyes see you now, not as projection or fantasy, but as the divine being you truly are. This clear vision is the foundation for authentic connection. The angels want you to know that this reunion isn't the destination, but part of the journey. Soul connections aren't about reaching some final state of perfection, but about continuing to evolve together, to grow together, to expand consciousness together. This is a spiral path, not a linear one. I'm being shown images of your person actively studying relationships, perhaps reading books, attending workshops, working with mentors to develop the skills necessary for authentic partnership. They're not approaching this reconnection casually, but with serious intention, with dedicated purpose, with committed action. This separation has been teaching both souls about the nature of true intimacy, not just physical closeness, but spiritual. Nakedness, emotional transparency, intellectual honesty, the ability to be fully seen without masks, without pretense, without performance. This deeper understanding of intimacy will create a more authentic foundation for connection. Type authentic in the comments if you're committed to true intimacy. Your soulmate is returning with a new appreciation for the sacred ordinary, those everyday moments that seem mundane but are actually infused with divine presence when experienced with awareness. They now recognize that true connection isn't just about peak experiences, but about sharing ordinary life with extraordinary presence. The celestial realm wants you to know that both of you have been receiving divine guidance during this separation. Through dreams, through intuitive knowing, through synchronicities that speak directly to the soul. This guidance hasn't been random or accidental, but purposeful, intentional, directed toward your highest good. I'm seeing images of your person actively clearing their life of distractions, of meaningless pursuits, of shallow connections that once diverted their energy from what truly matters. They're creating space in their life, in their heart, in their mind, for the depth of connection that's possible between you. This separation has been a powerful teacher of self-worth, that divine, knowing that your value isn't determined by external validation, but by the sacred essence you carry within. Both souls have been developing this unshakable self-worth during your time apart, creating the foundation for a more balanced connection. Type worthy in the comments if you're acknowledging your inherent value. Your soulmate is returning with a new understanding of spiritual partnership, that sacred agreement to support each other's evolution, to witness each other's growth, to hold space for each other's expansion without judgment or expectation. This elevated understanding will create a more conscious connection than existed before. The angels want you to know that this reconnection isn't about erasing the past, but about integrating its lessons into a new creation. The pain, the growth, the realizations that occurred during separation aren't being forgotten, but transformed into wisdom that will guide this new chapter of your journey together. I'm being shown images of your person actively cultivating qualities necessary for authentic partnership, patience, compassion, presence, honesty, courage, vulnerability. They're not leaving this to chance, but approaching with intention, with purpose, with conscious awareness of what's required. This separation has been teaching both souls about the nature of forgiveness, not as forgetting or denying harm, but as releasing the energetic charge that keeps souls bound in patterns of hurt. This deeper understanding of forgiveness will allow both of you to move forward without the weight of past pain defining your future. Type "forgive" in the comments if you're releasing energetic charges from the past. Your soulmate is returning with a new capacity for presence, that divine quality of being fully here, fully engaged, fully attentive to the moment and the person before them. The distractions that once pulled their attention away from connection have been recognized and released through the painful but necessary process of awakening. The celestial realm wants you to know that this reunion has the potential to heal, not just personal wounds, but ancestral patterns that have moved through bloodlines for generations. Your connection exists within a larger context of healing that extends backward and forward in time, touching souls you may never meet in physical form. I'm seeing images of your person actively aligning their actions with their values, their words with their deeds, their outer expression with their inner truth. This integration of being and doing creates authentic integrity, the foundation for trust to be rebuilt between souls who have experienced disconnection. This separation has been a powerful catalyst for spiritual discernment, the ability to distinguish between ego desires and soul longings, between attachment and love, between fantasy and truth. Both souls have been developing this crucial spiritual capacity during your time apart. Type "truth" in the comments if you're committed to seeing clearly. Your soulmate is returning with a profound understanding of the role of choice in love. They now recognize that authentic love isn't something that happens to you, but something you choose each day, each moment, each breath. This understanding of love as sacred choice, rather than uncontrollable emotion, creates a more stable foundation for connection. The angels want you to know that this reconnection isn't guaranteed. Free will always plays a role in human experience. The potential is being created, the pathway is being cleared, the opportunity is being offered. How it unfolds depends on choices made, on courage summoned, on truth embraced by both souls. I'm being shown images of your person engaged in the practice of presence, learning to be here now, to engage fully with the moment, to bring their complete attention to connection. This capacity for presence is essential for the depth of intimacy possible between souls who recognize each other across lifetimes. This separation has been teaching both souls about the nature of divine timing, that perfect orchestration that cannot be rushed, manipulated, or controlled. Everything unfolds according to a cosmic order that transcends human understanding, but always serves the highest good of all involved. Beautiful soul, as we come to the close of this divine message, I want you to know that you are held in perfect love, guided by perfect wisdom, supported by perfect grace. The universe is conspiring for your highest good, orchestrating events for your soul's evolution, creating pathways for authentic connection to emerge. Type "blessed" in the comments if you're receiving this divine truth into your heart. Your journey continues to unfold according to divine design. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that what belongs to you cannot miss you. The angels surround you with protection, with guidance, with unconditional love as you navigate this sacred path of reunion until we connect again in divine timing. May you walk in light, in truth, in the knowing that you are never, ever alone on this journey. The celestial realm watches over you, guides your steps, illuminates your path forward. Trust the divine unfolding of your beautiful, sacred life. Thank you for watching.